No, this works good for a mirror. Simony. Hey Max, how you doing, man? How are you? Riders reminds me of that Ghost Riders. Ghost Riders in the sky. hmm You working over here in Philippines? Hope all is well with Mikey. Thank you, man. Yeah, doing okay. Main thing is health. You're in California now. Okay. And I thought you were in Cali and came over here, and you were here right now. So you're back and forth, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I mean, main thing is to be healthy, to have another day to wake up and live. Thank you. I hope you're doing good too. How are you doing in Cali? Doing this kind of thing works good for the shaving. You can see real good here with the light and not too much light and everything, I guess. Works really good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You do anything fun today? Fun and interesting? Tell you one thing I did today. I went to Jollibee. Yeah, I went to Jollibee and tried a new sandwich out. I haven't tried before. It was the yum. I usually just get a yum burger. But I got the yum burger with cheese and onions and yeah, it was good. But actually, I like just a yum burger better by itself. And just a regular yum burger over here is only 48 pesos. I was gonna get bacon too, but they didn't have bacon, so they were walla. That means, for anybody listening, that means walla means they don't have something. In case somebody don't know. Yep. It's like Spanish would be nada, nada, nothing. Yeah. hmm So, trying to think. Yeah, and they didn't have any sodas either. So they told me I had to pick some kind of tea or juice or something. Got pineapple. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Tamara Fletcher. I got a double hamburger with mac sauce and Big Mac. We have Tamara. Yeah, we have. Oh, I cheat. Oh, you cheat. I thought you said I check. Yeah, we have the McDonald's close to the Jollibee. I usually go to McDonald's. Have you ever been to Jollibee, Tamara? Yeah, I usually go to McDonald's, but it was a little bit closer to go to the Jollibee, so I just did the Jollibee. I like the McDonald's French fries. Jolly what? Yeah. Oh, okay. You don't know? Yeah. In the Philippines, they have something, a place called Jollibee, and it's like being at McDonald's, except it's the Philippine version. And over here, if you go to McDonald's or Jollibee over here, you could also get spaghetti and fried chicken in the Philippines at McDonald's or Jollibee. And the McDonald's is awesome. The one I go to in this town over here, they have two levels. They have down and up. It's not like New York City either. I mean, it's not like a big city. A baby farmer. How you doing? Nice name. Anything away from America is okay with you. Then come on, come to the Philippines. You should come. I think you'll love it. Yeah, people seem to love it. Some people seem to overstay how long they're supposed to be here. I mean, the thing is, you could leave for, if you do 3 years here and then you decide you want to go over to another country close by, go over there and then come right back. That's what people do. Baby Farmer says hi. How you doing, Baby Farmer? Where you from? And where you from? Let me see. Everyone else that just popped in here. Let's see. Mosing, I think that is. Or Woozing? No, it's Kong. Okay, Kung. Kung. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can barely see it. Kung says Jollibee is greater than McDo. So yeah, I can tell this person is Filipino. For number one, they like Jollibee better. Number two, they call McDonald's McDo. McDo, McDo, something like that. Jay says, hey, I'm back. McDo. Yeah, they usually say McDo. DK says, hey, what's up? What do you have on your chin? Oh, I'm shaving. Yeah, I'm using my phone to shave while we're talking because this is a good mirror. Let's see. Tamara says, I want to run far away from here, from your country. Yeah, I understand. It's crazy. It's got some crazy stuff over there. I'm going to be doing OMG culture shocks here soon. It's going to be really wild and crazy. Yeah, it's going to be different. Oh, LOL. I am sorry. Ha 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 ha. Got me. Yeah. That is. Hold on. Kong. Yeah, Kong. And Kong is, yep, Filipino. I had to go back and see who else is in here. Jay's in here. Yeah, I can't remember where Jay's from. Maybe they changed their name. Some people do that. David says, where you from? They pour pesticides all over our food. I know, exactly. It's like, there's so many people here that are not overweight, They're very slim and, fit, slim, whatever you want to call it. And I think that has to do with a lot of inflammation that we get over there in the U.S. from stuff like the pesticides and stuff. Different things they do to our food over in the U.S. David Tamara says USA. Where do you stay here in the Philippines? Uh, Kung, I'm in Mindoro. Yeah, province. I'm in the province of Mindoro. What about you, Kung? Yeah, and I've been doing videos about Philippines for like 6 months, 7 months, 6, 7 months, and I've got like talking about how the culture is over here and how things are, and my life over here and stuff like that. I've been here for 2 years now, but I started doing the videos about 7 months ago. I'm not sure about that, says David. Let's see. Tamara says poisoning our tummies. Yeah, I mean, they say um, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't remember the word. Anyway, Max says to Tamara, why do you stay if you dislike it so much? It's a fair question. That's a fair question. You know, for me, it wasn't that I disliked the USA when I came over here. I mean, I didn't really, you know, really, I can't really say I loved it. I mean, it was okay. It was fine with me. USA was fine. But I came over here not planning on being so into the country. And when I came over here and just really, really enjoyed it and decided to stay around and trying to stay as long as I can is what I'm trying to do. Mr. Indian, hi brother, how you doing? Hey Cash, what's up my man, how you doing? Mr. Indian says most days melting for you. Most days melting for you. Talking about the heat. It can get pretty hot in most of Philippines, but there's some areas that are like wonderful weather. You could check out the video I did about Baguio. That will give you wonderful weather, that area. Okay. Moon says, I'm from CDO in Mindoro. Oh, okay. CDO. CDO. Where's CDO at? Is that Calapan? I'm not sure exactly where that is, CDO. I can't place it. Is that over in Calapan? Maybe? David says, I disagree, honestly. You can always have good food here. Yeah. I mean, my reply to that is I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're doing stuff or not. I don't know. But do I think they are? Yes, I do. I do think they are. Mr. Indian says, hello. What's up, Mr. Indian? Hey, brother. Hey, brother, Mr. Indian. Tamara says, I don't have the money. Yeah, that's a lot of people's problem. I know people that want to come over and they need the money. I mean, the thing about it is when you get here, you could live super low. I got a video on that too, where I'm living under $500 a month. And actually, it's getting lower lately. So, Mr. Indian says most days melting. Hold on, no, we already saw that one. Let's play Family Feud. The champion is here. Let's see. Let's see who else wants to play first. Tomorrow you can eat healthy even on a low budget. Mr. Indian says, Brother T. Tamara says, David already grew my own. Yeah, I think that's the best way to Tamara. I think growing your own is the best way to do it. I mean, when it comes to food, I'm going to say, you know,
I can say good things and bad things about U.S. and I can say good things and bad things about the Philippines as far as that goes. Hey Cash, what's up? How you doing? Coon, Mindanao. Oh, you're in Mindanao. CDO Mindanao. Okay, I think I know where. I think I know where that is now. I believe. Isn't CDO like mostly or a lot of Muslim area? Like, is that the right area? I mean, there's so many areas to Mindanao. Mindanao is a huge island, but I think the CDO area. I think you might be Muslim, and that's fine. You know, our thing is to respect each other, no matter the religion, no matter your belief, no matter what country you're from, all that stuff. Tamara says poison. Akash says, why us accept changes when you read comments? Why us accept changes when you read comments? Why why your accent changes when you read comments? I don't know. It's just a normal thing. Akash said that. I don't know. Normal thing. It's hard for me to read for one thing. So if I'm trying to read, it's like I don't know. I guess my brain changes and my accent may change or something. I'm not sure. What did I do anyway? I don't even know what I did. David said something like that too before about something like that. I think it's I don't know. I think I would be bored if I just talked monotone. I think I would be bored because I'm like a big kid basically. Yeah. So you can go to some of these guys that are, old like me, and they'll be like in there, like smoking, drinking beer and stuff, and talking like serious and stuff like that. Sometimes go to that, and you know, here I am shaving, doing whatever, doing all sorts of crazy stuff, showing goats off and different things. But that's just the difference in people. I mean, I'm just different. Let's see. One X says hi, hello again. One X Goon says hello, 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 hi again. Hey, One X Goon, how you doing? Akash says, have you been to the doctor in the Philippines? How's the medical system there? Yeah, I did a video about that as well, and I'll tell you that the doctor I went to was super awesome. Super awesome. I mean, I had a wonderful visit at the doctor. It was the best, I think it was the best visit I've had with a doctor, at least since I was a kid. Now, back when I was a kid, I remember going to a doctor back in the U.S. Back when they actually, would listen to you and spend plenty of time with you, because that's what happened here. The doctor spent plenty of time with me, made sure that I was, made sure that I had all my questions answered to see if I had any other questions, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Let's see. Goon says hello. Hello again, Goon. And David says, then what are you complaining about tomorrow? Oh, hold on now. I think the only reason she hasn't left is because of needing some more money to do it. I think, you know, maybe she's trying to. Maybe she's trying to make that happen. You know, and I mean, people should be able to say whatever they want, complain or whatever. You know. Let's see. Akash says, I find that most of the Philippines are humble from the videos I've seen. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the best things about being over here is how humble the people are. You're not going to find arrogant people over here. You're not going to find arrogant, and you're not going to find, um, what was the other one? Oh, well, you will find spoiled, rotten brats too here. We have plenty of those in the United States. And I think a lot of our social media has affected the people here where they're, have become the same kind of thing here in the Philippines. So yeah, you'll find us brown rats, but I don't think you'll find as many over here. Let's see. David says, "I just don't like people complaining about something they still want it. Want it. I don't. I don't. Did she say she wanted to be there? I don't think she wanted to. I think sometimes people are in a situation. Maybe I missed a comment, but sometimes people are in a situation that they can't get out of. For instance, about 70 to 80% of the world lives off of $20 or less, and I see that over here in the Philippines too. 70 to 80% of all the people in the world live off of $20 or less. Most people, even in the United States, because it's so expensive over there to live, most people basically live to survive and just get by. They're just getting by. So, me, I'm older where I accumulated some money over time. When I was 30, I had nothing. When I was 40, I had nothing. At 30, I had no kind of savings really, and at 40, I didn't really have any kind of savings. But I made an investment and was able to get to the point where I could make a move. Hey, Cash says David. Is she not American? I I don't know. I'm assuming she's American. She's in the U.S. She's never really told me if she's American or not. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'm assuming she's American, but I really don't know the answer to that. Yes, in India too. Yeah, exactly. India is really shocking, man, Akash, because y'all's GDP, your gross domestic product that, the country makes, all that money that they bring in and they make is crazy high. I mean, it's it's like third country in the world or something like that. I can't remember. It might be the fifth country or something like that. But anyway, it's like I think in the top five. I could be wrong. Could be a top 10. But anyway, there's over 200 countries, right? So anyway, it's way up there. It's like in the top 10%, definitely. But anyway, it's amazing because that GDP is so high that they pay so little to people over in India. It's like the rich get richer over there, and the poor get poorer. Let's see. India is too complex. Yes, very few people have most of the money. Yeah, and those very few people I think are getting like crazy money. That's what it looks like. Because y'all are making plenty of money. I mean, one thing that helps y'all out is there's a lot of Indians that will be able to get engineer jobs in like US or Canada or somewhere like that. And then when they do that, they're able to take some of that money and send it back home to the family. And you could correct me if I'm wrong, because I mean, I'm not Indian. I'm not in India or nothing like that. But I know a lot about life. I used to be a recruiter. I used to recruit Indians and people and different people, I mean, the thing about the Indians they were so smart and had so many certifications and knew a lot. Tex Pat, how's it going, man? I saw you come in. I just had to finish my spill. How's it going, brother? Good to see you. Meta's in here. Hey, man. Hola. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Meta's cool guy, too. He is an American who left the USA. He didn't come to the Philippines. He went to a different country. David said, let's play Family Feud after you shave, okay? Yeah, I mean, if a couple more people want to play, that's fine. We probably got some people that want to play. Yeah, David wants to play Family Feud. If anybody's interested in that, just let me know. How you doing, Meta? ¿Cómo estás? Let's go, gang. If they have time's the thing. Sometimes people are driving or working. They might be at work and just listening. Everybody's different. How's life been going, Meta? It's good to see you, brother. Let's see. Meta says, I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to rush my way out of work. See, he's at work right now. To go pick up my bottle of wine. Oh, man. Pick up the bottle of wine. That's cool. I used to drink this really cheap wine, man. It's called Wild Irish Rose. I don't know if you ever heard of that. And Cisco wine, Wild Irish Rose. That was back in high school days. Price is Right comes on at 10 a.m. Hey, we could do Price is Right, too. I got some things around here that I've been buying. I could see if y'all can guess the price. That's a good idea, man. Touchpad, that's a good idea. I should, like try to collect different things, and if I use it, I'll keep the wrapper and see if y'all can guess the price, that kind of thing. Yeah. You definitely know what the Wild Irish Rose is. Yeah, man, I was drinking that like how. Anyway, I probably shouldn't talk about it. I'm not going to try to. I don't want to try to make people, young people, the old people I don't care about. But the young people I don't want to influence. I don't want to be a bad influence or anything like that. Hey, Cash. Let's see. I used to drink. Let's see. What does that say? Taylor Pot in college? Taylor Pot. I'm not sure about that one, man. That might be a New York thing. I know you grew up over there in New York, lived in New York. I don't know if you were born there, but yeah, I don't know. That might be a New York thing. I don't remember seeing Taylor Port. I guess it is Taylor Port. Of course, I can't say I was ever a big drinker. I mean, my biggest drinking was before I was 22. And then I will say that it was getting to me where I had to have it to be happy. And then that's when I turned it off. So it wouldn't turn me into an alcoholic, basically. Yeah, I was starting to need it to be happy. Back in the military days, basically. Acash says the environment's messed up. I don't want to have kids. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are not feel the same way as you do, Acash. And for me, I would normally say that things would be cool, but this whole destructive intelligence, what they call AI, can make things worse. Now, I don't know how fast it's going to happen, you know. I can't answer that because, I mean, they've had these automated big trucks driving around on roads and they haven't gotten rid of truck drivers yet. And that's been going on for, I don't know, 10 years, maybe longer. Texpat says, I sometimes buy Liberty Creek Chardonnay. It's about $8 for a Magnum. Let's see. There's so many different types of drinks. Dry shaven, ouchie brave. No, I did have a bunch of cream on, but I'm about done. I'm just doing some touch ups. If anybody wants to play Family Feud, if David's around, then that would be one person. Let's see, it's into humanity very soon. He's not dry shaven. Yeah. Yeah, I did have the cream on. See? Had the cream. No, I hate dry shaving too, as far as myself goes. But, and actually, I know I didn't get everything, but I'm going to have to just come back and finish later the touch ups. Because it's hard to read and do that. Tetspat says, I knew when I was a kid I didn't want kids. I recently turned 63. Wow, bro. No way ever having kids. You could still have some, bro. I guess. I guess you can. I mean, I don't know. It's like, I think people that are 70, as long as they haven't had an operation or something, I think they can still have kids. Good tits, but good job. Rippin' so on says, well, hallelujah, missed the cream part. Scared me for a second. Hey, Rip it. You gotta be from the South. I'm from the South. I would assume you're from the South, or maybe the Mid-East. Because the way you talk there said, well, hallelujah. David says, Expat sounds sober today. Yeah, I was picking on him. I'm pretty sure he was sober before. He said he was. I believe him. Totally from Corpus Christi. Okay, over in Texas. That makes sense. Corpus Christi. Um, how far is Corpus Christi from the beach? Acash says, Mikey, are you planning to have kids? Well, I already had one. She's 30 years old. And I don't think I'm going to have any more. I don't think so. It's possible, but I don't think so. I always wanted a boy, though. I had a girl, and I always wanted to have a boy as well. Maybe I'll adopt one day or something.
Adopt what, dog?
I'm talking about kids. Let's see. I guess guys can have kids even at like 100, right? Yeah, I don't see why not. See, a lot of times people will have the surgery though. I knew this one guy. He was about 60. He had surgery that is over here in the Philippines. And let's see. Testbat says, I like just blocks to the Gulf of Texas. Oh, that's cool. Acash says, oh, try another attempt. You never know. I might. I don't know. Acash, you're the one that said no kids is good, and now you want me to have another kid? What are you trying to do? You're trying to make me suffer, bro? I tell you what. Just send me like $500,000. I'll have another kid. Let's see. Acash says, not at these days, David. No, never adopt. Just have your own. Not at these days, David. Well, that's the popular opinion to have your own, but you know, I am not. I don't like. I mean, I like it, you know, but I liked adoption too. I like them both. There's, you know, I just feel like why not help kids that need help, you know. Not at these days, David. Let's see. Ripet says about 5 minutes. Corpus is on the coast. Okay, I thought it was pretty close. Beaches all around. Take a bridge, and you're at the beach. You hate adoption. Would you adopt an animal, or would you have your own? Let's see. Akash says, I mean, having kids at 100 is not possible in our lifestyle, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I would think it's possible, but I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor, so that's my disclaimer. But if anybody wants to play Family Feud, please let me know because I know David wants to play. Let's see. Ooh. I think I want to adopt or foster. Yeah. You know, for me, I left home when I was 15, and I stayed with a lot of different families. And if those families didn't give me a place to stay, I would have been homeless. I guess maybe I could go to some kind of foster home or something. I don't know. But who wants to do that? Who wants to not have the freedom and be in a foster home? I don't know. I don't know how foster or whatever those places are, those adoption places. I did go to an office about it one time, and they gave me some stuff, but I never went any farther than that. Anyway, I'm getting pretty old, so I don't really see me thinking about having kids. No, I hate animals. Really, David, you surprised me. I thought you would like animals. I mean, most people that are like in their 20s and younger like animals. What the F? Mikey Uncle. Ripit says, oh, huge heat. Think about the other kids.
Who's kids?
Yeah. David says, I can only have human babies. I don't know how I will have my own animals. Yeah. Yeah. That's my point. If you know, if you're gonna have an animal you have to adopt, right? Or you have to go out and get one. You can't have your own. Test Pet says time for cheesy girls and a fried egg before Price is Right. Cheesy girls. You talking about those girls on the game show? Oh no, cheesy grits. I'm sorry. I was like, I thought he was talking about the girls that are when they start the show and they show the girls. I'm like, he's calling them cheesy girls. But no, he's talking about grits. Oh yeah, that's good stuff, man. Fried egg and cheesy grits. Meta says same here. I left home at a young age. Foster home is better than a group home. There you go. That's what I was trying to say, Meta. Group home is what I was trying to say. But I don't, you know, I don't think I would want to be in the group home or the foster home, to be honest with you. I just couldn't think of the name of it. Let's see. Be honest with you, I don't think I'd want to be in either one. I mean, some foster homes, I don't think they really take care of people, but I think the same way with the group homes. Let's see. Meta says, plus, I don't have any children and I'm in my mid 30s. David says, I don't want to take in people who actually have nothing to do with me. We got a very versatile group. Let's see. Rip it and sew it. Laugh out loud, cheesy girls. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched Price Price is Right in so long, I didn't know if the girls were cheesy now. Like, saying, I don't know, being cheesy people. Uh, Which there's nothing wrong with cheesy people. I might be cheesy sometimes myself. Adopt a 52-year-old. How old are you, David? Adopt a 50-year-old, I'm sorry. And it's 50-year-old. Adopt a 50-year-old. Hey, Cash. Hey, Cash, how old are you? You never told me. I kept asking you before. David's 25 and 5 days. Let's see. Meta says, when I was younger, I left home at age 13. I think it's 13, I believe. It's hard for me to read this little phone. I traveled to different countries and I was obsessed. I had random people that took me in. You are very fortunate, 13 years old. Meta went over to all those different countries and met people and got to experience how cool life is, in different ways. Yeah, that's pretty cool. David says, and why adopt when you can just have as many as you'd like? Well, since you asked me, why adopt is because like me and Meta, we left home and we appreciate the people that helped us as kids. And I'm guessing, this is the same thing with Meta. And for that, we sort of like to give back and help people that are in the same situation we were. Let's see. Cash says, I'm 31. I told you like 50 times. Well, okay, 51 times now. 31. I can't remember. I can't remember ages. And I think you told me 2 times now, from what I remember. Let's see. Meta, how old you have the money at? 13. Hustler. Yeah, same with me. We had to hustle. You leave home and you don't have the provider available. You have to hustle, and you're not just hustling for money. You're hustling for a place to live, and hustling for food and everything else. Meta says, my first job I have was at a car wash at the age of 11. Akash says, I think weed is messed up your brain, Mikey. You think I do weed, huh? I don't normally talk about some things, but yeah. I can tell you this, in the Philippines I have done 0 weed. Let's see. What is that? You forget things fast. Oh, okay. No, I mean, right now, you guys, I mean, how many people, when you come in, they read off every single comment that comes in. And I even have people on Instagram I'm talking to too, and I'm trying to remember everything I'm talking to with people on Instagram, and here every single comment I'm reading here. How many people read every single comment and keep talking to people on Instagram, that kind of thing, and try to remember all that stuff? It's hard. I mean, plus I'll do lives like 2 or 3 times a day. So I might have, 5 or 10 people or 20 people sometimes 30 people come in on a live. and then I'll have the same thing on the other one. So on each day, I might have maybe, I don't know, 30 or 40 people maybe. Uh, and some days it will only be maybe 10 people. Let's see. Meta says also it is very common for people to forget given the climate that we are in and all the things that are coming our way every day. Yeah, that's true. That, when you got other things like today, I had to do a lot of government stuff today, which I hate doing. Let's see. Fair enough. Horror short funny stories says hi, good evening, Philippines. Hey, Hara. Also, I like to try to help people connect. Thank you for the hearts. I like to help people to connect, channels and so forth, help each other out. So if anybody wants to do that, speak up, and so I can help you. David says Family Feud. Anybody want to play Family Feud? Anybody want to play Family Feud? Let me know. Or the word game. Let's see. Speaking of comments, your thoughts on cheesy girls? Well, I love cheesy grits, but as far as I love regular grits more. But thank you for the hearts. As far as cheesy girls, yeah, they're cool. They're cool because if they're being, what do you call it, realistic, on who they are, and they're not trying to fake and be uncheesy or whatever, something like that. Yeah, they're cool. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. You are reading everything wrong today. I know, I think I need to clean off my glasses, bro. Let me get my little cleaner thing here. Not your thoughts. Speaking of comments, you thought I said cheesy grits. Oh, okay. I thought you said my thoughts. Dang. Yeah, I'm going to clean my glasses so I can read better. Meta says, I'm trying to advocate for the metaverse in VR. We need more people globally in VR. So, what's been helping you out the most, Meta? If anybody's interested in VR, Meta does that, which is virtual reality. So as far as looking for people, advocating for people, what's helped you out the most so far on finding people? I don't know. I think you have a Discord, I believe. And I don't normally do Discord. Well, I really don't do Discord. But they say a lot of like technical stuff is through Discord, gaming, and all that kind of stuff. How many people in here do Discord? Have ever used Discord? I mean, let's see, dude, your reading skills. LOL. All right, Tetspat, that's enough. Eat your grits, man. Let's see. Meta says I'm a virtual reality missionary. That's funny, man. DK says that's childish. Oh man. Let's see. Yes, I love Discord. What's childish, David? What are you talking about? Talking about Discord? Is Discord childish? I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I've never been on it, so I don't really know. Discord is like having social media underground versus social media above ground on Facebook, etc. Oh, okay.
Okay, so who owns that? Who makes money off of Discord? I know, Zuckerberg does the Facebook and the Instagram and the WhatsApp, and I know YouTube is through Google, the Google people. But I've never really checked on who's the owner of Discord, and is it like so? Is it at a point that it's like people can do anything they want, like anarchy, like even like adult kind of stuff on there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like any adult thing. Is that how Discord is? I've been meaning to go to it and check it out and everything. I just haven't done it. And I'm assuming there's an app for it. I don't know. Well, I guess it's gotta. Well, or unless it's discord.com or something. I don't know. I just hear people always say Discord. It's got to be an app. Yeah. Discord isn't childish. There's several campaigns and universities are on Discord. It's no different than Slack. Yeah, I know a little bit about Slack. I haven't used Slack, but I did read up on it and studied it a little bit. I'm back. Cash, what's up? How's it going, man? Let's see. Meta says, I actually got into Discord when I was studying at Los Angeles Film School. LOL. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of people that talk about Discord, that's been around me. I just haven't tried it out. Discord is owned by Discord Incorporated, a private held company. It was co-founded by Jason Citron and in 2015. Okay, it's a private held company. Okay. So I guess those founders that you just said are still the owners of Discord, I guess, unless they sold it. But it's still privately held, so it's not going to be on the stock market. David says, is basically kids and teens acting edgy. I'm going to give my thoughts. I don't, what I think so far. I don't know a lot about it, but I just hear a lot of different people talk about it. And I think it's huge. I think it's like so huge that you're going to have some of that, and you're going to have some of what Meta's talking about. Because Meta, he's definitely not. He's older. He's older than he's about what 31, I think he said. So, and they're doing it through the universities and everything. So I mean, you're going to have some of both. Akash says, "Wow, Meta, you studied in film school. Too? Did film editing here. Hold on. I too did film editing here. Oh, okay. So you're a film editor over in India, Akash? And is it for like for the movies, for cinema? Akash. Meta says, David, that is very demographic, but that's not everybody else's demographic of interaction on Discord. LOL. Yeah, I think it's diverse. Meta says that's almost like saying that your algorithm is the same as everybody else's algorithm globally. Tespa says, my cheesy grits are ready. Price is right around the track. Meta says, yeah, I was a career student for a long time. LOL. Me too, Meta. Me too, man. I don't like talking about it,
because there's so much stigma to college and everything. I feel like if I tell somebody I went to college, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I understand that. Actually, I'm sorry, says David. Akash says, I used to be an assistant film editor, but now I moved to IT due to some circumstances. So, what are you doing in IT now, Akash? Tetspet says, pick your number between 1 to 16. Pick a number between 1 to 16. Okay, I'm going to pick 15. Let's see. Meta says, my mother's show was Who Wants to Make a Deal. Who Wants to Make a Deal? Yeah, I remember that one. I don't remember it too good, but I remember it a little bit. Cheesy Girls. Akash says true meta, but what David says also is true meta. Discord is mostly populated by let's see, Gen Z and some kind of groups. Later groups, I think. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Gen Z, and I see what you're saying. Plan half off. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember the half off game on Price is Right. Let's see. Let's make a deal. Meta says Discord does have a lot of gamers. Yeah, that's what I heard. A lot of gamers. Because there are a lot of gamers, but initially I wasn't created for gamers. It wasn't created for gamers. And I wouldn't say the majority of people are gamers. What was it originally created for? Tetspet says 2 is the winning number. Wow, I wasn't even close. Meta says it's literally used just like Slack, and they're basically the same application. Well, Slack's supposed to be really awesome. I mean, it's not just social media, but sort of like a, what do they call that thing? Can't think of the name of it. CRM? Yeah. I think there's like CRM to Slack, I believe it is. I might be wrong, but Meta would probably know if I'm right or wrong, because I haven't used Slack, but like I said, I was reading about that and some other ones, and I might have got confused on which one it was. Can we please just play Family Feud? Yeah, I don't think we're going to do Family Feud tonight, because I've got to get up early for one thing. Let's see, no different. I'm playing basketball in the morning. Yeah, early in the morning tomorrow. No different than Microsoft Teams, instant message, communications, and data storage. Akash says true meta, but not as popular as Slack for corporates. And you got that Indian version over there. I've used that one. What's it called? Zoho. Zoho is a lot of things you can do with Zoho. I mean, it's sort of like Google, the Indian Google. Meta says, yeah, just about every company uses Slack, just like a lot of companies use Discord. It just depends on which one is cheaper. Let's see. Tetspat says, I forgot to pick a number because I'm too busy eating cheesy grits. Okay, show off. I'm playing with you. Let's see. AK says, bye, Mikey. I have to leave. See you later. All right, alligator. Take care. Meta says, you have a lot of YouTubers that have Discords like Michelle ATL. Major majority of her audience or adults, just like a few other YouTubers. Yeah. I've been thinking about using other applications. I use the Instagram, to talk with people. I started a little Facebook page, but I don't really do much with it. It's called Philippines Expat Mikipino, but I don't really do much with it. What's up, Ozzy? How you doing, man? Bye, David and Meta. Hey, Gerald. How you doing? What time is it now? 1? 11. 11. Oh, okay. I'm sort of hungry. Yeah, I think maybe I might do more with Facebook is what I'm thinking. And I would like to look into the Discord stuff eventually as well. I don't know if it's something that I'll be using for my channel. I don't know about that yet. But I think Facebook would probably be a good thing. I'm gonna get some more knowledge on that first before I decide to do the Facebook more. I just set up the page and that's basically it. Yes, I'm hungry myself. you, Meta. I think I know why. They say it makes you hungry. I can basically say I don't have a lot of experience with it. But anyway, everybody might be a little bit lost in what I'm talking about. I need to shut up. uh, Ozzy, Gerald, sorry guys, y'all coming in late, and I'm gonna get up and supposed to play basketball in the morning if I get up in time. I'm gonna meet a Filipino, and we're supposed to play some basketball. I'm gonna try to maybe record it as well because basketball is huge over here in the Philippines, and I have a lot of people in the Philippines that watch my channel. Let's see. Meta says, yeah, most of the YouTubers that I see use Discord for a private community, especially adults who don't want to be on regular social media. That is a good point because if I want to do the kind of private stuff that I've thought about that I don't do on YouTube, then maybe I should do that. So it's a good thing to at least think about anyway and see. Life, it's easy for companies and jobs that you apply for to find your basic and social media profile, but Discord profile is unlikely. That's a good point. Tetspet says only social media I use is YouTube and Reddit. Spoken from a true 63, right? 62 or 63. Yeah. I like Reddit. I do like Reddit. I mean, you can get a lot of knowledge through Reddit. And I love YouTube too because you can get a lot of knowledge through it. But I can't talk about Discord because I haven't really used Discord. Anybody else use Discord besides Meta? Ozzy says, I've never had Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok. YouTube and Gab is all I use. A little bit of rumble. Meta says that is very smart to limit social media. Yeah, I mean, as far as doing the channel thing, you got to do stuff. But if you're not doing a channel, yeah, I mean, it's like I'm saying, don't watch me. you know, if, but anyway, that is very smart. Let's see, Rumble is still a little chunky. Yeah, I downloaded. What was it, Rumble? But I never really used it. I think it was Rumble. Bama says, "Hey Mikey, how are you? I'm doing awesome, man. How you doing?" Bama, what's up, Bama? I guess I should stay around now. There's so many new people just popping in. When I say new people, I don't mean like brand new people. Just for the day. Bama, Ozzy, and Gerald. Rumble is for YouTubers that get kicked out of YouTube. LOL. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a big fan of Zuckerberg, to be honest with you. But that's just me, you know. But, I think Meta is because Meta is Facebook. Let's see, Tetspats. I'm not going to say I'm not a big fan of virtual reality, though. I mean, because I think virtual reality is cool as far as that goes. Ozzy says, LOL, YouTube keeps giving me 24-hour spankings. What? What happened, Ozzy? Did something happen, bro? Yeah, I don't like Zuck nor Musk, is what Meta says. Meta says he don't like Zuck or Musk. My verdict is not made on Musk. I'm not. I'm not really sure. Um, I have thoughts, but you know, sometimes people think too fast about things. So I'm going slow when it comes to Elon. Let's see. Yes, I don't like, but yeah, I just don't. I don't like that Zucky guy. Ozzy says I keep getting reported by the snowflakes for hurting their feelings. Man, that's crazy. Well, Ozzy, what you got to do, bro? Don't hurt their feelings. Report them. That's how you do it. Because that turns you off, right? They turn you off and they get to do whatever they want. But you're the one. So that's just my advice is report, report, report. I mean, two can play that game, because if it's only one-sided, then the other side gets screwed. Bam in the Philippines says, I wouldn't even like myself if I had as much money as Musk or Zuck. Yeah, I'm the same way, Bam. I'm like, matter of fact, I asked this question earlier to my girlfriend here. I'm going to ask you guys. If you were 60 years old and you had $100 million, but you could have any job in the world, someone would give you any job. You could be CEO of Google, you could be the president of the US, whatever. If you were 60 years old and you had $100 million and you were able to get any job in the world, what job would you choose? Or would you not work? Tetspat says, I think growing up before the internet has way more benefits. I spent my youth hunting and fishing in the marsh. 90s kids, younger generations don't want to get dirty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, is that I will say it's more like the 1990 USA here in the Philippines, or earlier. I will say this: it's starting to. I would say 1980 something, like 2 years ago, but now I think it's like 1990 now, and so it's starting to move faster into that sucky U.S. that we see now. And that's my opinion. I think the U.S. is sucky right now. So, but right now it feels like about 1990 U.S. here. And yeah, I love getting out and doing stuff like that. Laugh out loud. I saw the sky is blue. Oh, you say the sky is blue, and they report me. I report death threats. That's it. Dude, I would report as much as possible. I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't report the sky is blue, though. I don't think I'd report that one. But I would try to find anything possible. Titspat says, so true. Bama says, so thankful to be born in 1970, raised in the 80s. We're a dying breed. Yeah, literally a dying breed. Yeah, the 80s was fantastic. I was raised in the 80s too. Gen X. Not work. Tetspat says he would not work. Personally, I don't think I would work either. Bama in the Philippines says, if you knew life before and cell phones, you had a great life. Yeah, it's crazy how much drama has been created from social media. Ozzy says, I was born in 1968. I remember being 9 and 10 years old, going out cutting wood for heat for the winter in Maine. Yeah, I remember when I was a teenager, and one of the houses that I lived at, I left home when I was 13, but one of the houses that I lived at, they were out there cutting wood, the family. And, my home, we didn't cut wood, but yeah, I did see that. And that was in 1987 or something like that. Ozzy says, oh, I already read that one. Woo, guys. So, only one answered it was Tetspat. The question was, I'm gonna repeat it again because I like to see what people have to say. If you were 60 years old and you had $100 million and you were able to get any job in the world, would you take a job? What would the job be? Or would you just not work? Tetspat says the 70s, when Bama says not work too. Yeah, me, Bama, and Tetspat, all three of us would not work, and Ozzy. And my thought is, why do people do that? My thought is, I see a lot of people in government that are 60, 70, 80 years old, and they still want to work. and you know, even people outside of government. My dad, he's 73 years old, and he works 7 days a week. But he's not. He doesn't have $100 million. You know, that's different. So a lot of those people in government have millions of dollars. JH says hello. What's up, JH? How you doing? Bama says invest in things here in the Philippines. Yep, that makes sense, man. I mean, I think it would be a wise investment as far as that goes. JH7. Let's see. Just subbed Azi. Okay. Hi everyone. Hey Joseph, good to see you again. How you doing? Has it? You know, I think JH7 and Why Not Joseph are looking subs. Maybe sub each other, or if anybody else is interested in that. JH7, I don't know if I've watched any videos that you've got. I've watched Joseph's videos. I don't recall. Ozzy says, does he enjoy working? Oh, my dad? I think he does, you know. I think he used to do something else before work. And he was like you know, I don't like to talk about people as, you know, like this. But anyway, I think he became a workaholic, basically, is what I want to try to say. I think he went from one thing into basically becoming a workaholic, is what I believe. He would probably disagree with me. Let's see. Just Bama. There you go. J87. Just Bama. Good evening from Kenya. That's from Joseph. And Bama says, hey, Mikey, turn me on so I can mod in a minute. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Add moderator to Bama. Bam. There you go, man. Wambura. Just sub, why not? Wambura. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Wambura. Yes, I sub other channels. It's good I didn't have to turn JH on again. Let's see. JH7 says, I just subbed to your channel. I don't have any comments from you on my channel, and I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't even realize that you were doing much. You know, like you were like trying to have like a money channel, basically monetized. I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. Let me see if I'm subbed to. I think I am subbed to you, but I'll have to look at the videos. Thank you. Yeah, I will screenshot that and I will watch videos. Try to watch them tomorrow. I'm gonna be sleeping eventually tonight. But anyway, Carrie says hi. Hi, Carrie. How you doing? Good to see you again. And J87 says 184 subs. Hey, Kenny. Oh, is that Kenny or Carrie? That was Kenny. Maybe my eyes are going bad. I know my prescription glasses got broken. I need to get them fixed. So I'm using these reading glasses. Like done. Thank you, Joseph, for liking. And guys, if you're interested in my videos, make sure you turn notifications on the videos. That's what I do for everybody I subscribe to now, is turn notifications on. I didn't in the beginning, and then every time I try to now. And if I miss somebody, I try to get them turned on. Bama says thanks. J7 and Bama. That's good. Everybody's hooking up and sharing the love. Ozzy says, yeah, my grandfather was 72 when he died, and I couldn't keep with him. He never stopped. J7 says, hello everyone. I posted my handle for all the people. My handle for all the people. There you go. Who are not mods. Let's see, SJ7. Get back. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't watch any videos, because you didn't have any videos at the time. Let's see. More. I'm going to just speed through this so I can catch up. Mikey has good location videos, very informative. Thank you, Tets Pat. Yeah, I mean, you know why they're so good is because I went so many locations in the Philippines. And that's why, I give my personal experiences. I think that's a good thing, is to go by real experience instead of somebody that, read something or heard something or whatever, and isn't giving like actual true experience that they went through things. I appreciate the compliment. Subdue Ozzy, Bema, same here. J7 says, I sort of grew over the course of time. That's awesome, JH7. Did I miss anyone? Ozzy says, I haven't added anything to my channel in about 10 years. Yeah, Ozzy's not really, he's not really. I mean, here's the truth. I mean, if you're going to do this to try to be monetized, you are going to have to work your butt off. And I know a lot of people don't really do it for that reason. But 93% of people that start a channel make zero from. So that 7% of those people that made $1 or more worked their butt off to get there. Usually. Sometimes people get lucky. There is some luck. I've seen some people get lucky. So I just say that to keep that in mind. So if you are taking things serious, it's a long game. You put in the time and just keep putting it in. And when I say it's a long game, if you've got a job or whatever, it will happen. But, do a little bit, do a little bit, do a little bit. And over time, that long time period, then you can accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Let's see. Ozzy says, I haven't added anything in my channel. Yeah. I only started it when I was working on my canoe. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are like that. They're just sharing with the world kind of thing, and don't really have a goal of making any kind of money out of it. I know I think my uncle has done, he's probably done 1,000 videos that are music, and he won't make anything from that because it's all copyright infringement, I guess is what they call it. So he'll never make any money from it. He just enjoys music so much that he likes to, put those music videos out there. And he creates his own videos. He's always been a tech kind of guy, so it's just something he enjoys. My daughter has the canoe now. Oh, up in Maine, right? Yeah, your daughter in Maine, she has the canoe. I remember you talking about that. Yeah, Ozzy's got big canoe, man. He's got a big son and a big canoe. Okay, guys. I'm getting tired. I'm glad everybody was able to hook up and help each other out. And y'all stay healthy. And I appreciate everybody coming in and supporting me as well. I appreciate that. Appreciate it very much. Ozzy says, I might add another video of her with it. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, 20-foot Jackson. 20-foot Jackson. Yep, thank you, Ozzy, Gerald, everybody, Bama, blah, blah, blah. You know everybody, JH and everybody, Joseph, everybody. Thanks to everybody. David, if he's still here, I don't know. I think he wanted to play Family Feud enough because nobody else wanted to play. But anyway, thanks, guys. Yeah, see you tomorrow, man. See you tomorrow. Y'all take care. Thanks a lot. Text Pat, too. Yeah, text Pat. I'm just tired, man. And I'm going to play basketball in the morning if I can wake up early. All right, peace out. 3, 2, 1. Later, alligator.